And I had a question about seizing marijuana, the devil's lettuce. It is still federally illegal. We know that. So we can't have it on federal lands. We contact people daily with marijuana because it is so accessible and legal in the surrounding areas. My question is this. I know we can seize the marijuana, but is it required? Officer discretion is huge, of course, so it's up to the officer if they choose to cite or not. But is that the same for seizing? In other words, can we seize it without citing? I have yet to find someone that states specifically all illegal substances must be seized. But I feel like this is silly because, of course, all illegal items should be seized. But that's not the question. I'm just curious. John, what do you think here? Do you think that marijuana has to be seized, or is it optional and so forth?
So, this is a huge issue, right? The idea of it's illegal at the federal level, but states are making it legal. How is that even possible? I don't know. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how, states are doing that and kind of flying in the face of federal law. I'm waiting for the state who steps up. I think it's going to be Texas and legalizes fully automatic weapons at the state level, despite how illegal they may be, at the federal level. But I digress. So I don't know. There's nothing that says that you have to, right? There's nothing that says that you shall seize contraband. It's going to be up to officer discretion. Really the only potential issue that you're running into is, kind of at an administrative level. If you have a supervisor who says, hey, marijuana is still illegal, it's still a federal crime, and so we are going to enforce federal crimes, we don't get to decide which ones, we don't get to, cherry pick which laws we're going to enforce and which ones we're not. That's a potential issue that you're running into there. If you are on your own volition deciding which laws you're going to enforce and which you are not.
Yeah, look, and that's just the answer, right? Because at the end of the day, I know I have not ever seen, well, look, we have definitely seen our fair share of shell arrest. Domestic violence is definitely the most common one around the nation. Some states may have a shell arrest for, maybe a DUI. But I've never seen anything with shell seize, right? And, and I think that at the end of the day, if the officer is not, not wanting to seize the person's devil's lettuce, I guess, there's nothing legal. Now, what about liability though? Let's say the person, is, smoking near their car, right? And they're, not supposed to do it in a park. And the cop is like, hey, knock it off, you two, put that stuff away. I know you can have it in New Mexico and California, but you can't have it here. And then the person later, gets into an accident or something like that. Could there be some liability there, John?
Absolutely. You're definitely looking at some liability there, because the question is, why didn't you enforce the law? And was your inaction or your failure to protect these individuals who you arguably may have created a special relationship with? Is it reasonably foreseeable that they would be at risk of harm for your failure to take enforcement action? Then you're absolutely going to be creating liability for yourself and potentially liability for your agency. I just read a case. It was a state of Sanchez versus city of Saginaw. If you guys are interested in that at all, a state of Sanchez versus city of Saginaw. It's a Michigan case, and it deals directly on point with this. This is officers failing to take action in a DUI situation, and the defendant's girlfriend and infant child died as a result. So real issue here. Also, I think, just to throw a shout out to our audience here, Sean has a fantastic point. And Sean's question is, why did you let this person go and you decided to charge this person, right? Or why did this person?
Well, can I answer that? I have an answer for that. I think that's the person can accuse or complain about that in court, but I think that it's not going to go anywhere. And here's why. I've seen cases like that, but really at the end of the day, these decisions, discretion is based on rational basis, right? So what we mean by that is that does the officer, I mean, as far for actually, particularly for, discriminate enforcement. So did the officer have a rational basis for enforcing it here, but not there? I've seen courts say because the cop can't enforce everything, or because discretion is part of rational basis. I don't know, unless the person's trying to harass certain people. I don't know if that's really going to mean anything. I mean, does that, if I'm a cool guy and I'm like, which I'm a cool guy, right, John? And I'm a cool guy and I have my marijuana, in the national park, and the cop comes up to me and I'm like, dude, I am so sorry. I thought it was legal. My bad.
Right.
And the cop says, hey, look, okay, you're being cool. Put that stuff away in your car. I don't want to see it again. And I make it disappear. Versus some punk kid who's over 21, so we don't have that issue, but some punk kid saying, F you, Fed, this is all BS. You have no right to enforce it. And we enforce it against him. I think that's good all day long. Right, John, or no?
Well, yeah, you're good all day long. The issue is when they start making a case of it based on something else, right? I mean, we've
Like-
seen a lot of that here in Arizona, DOJ coming out and getting themselves involved and saying, hey, we want to supervise these law enforcement agencies because of their perceived discriminatory practices.
Yeah. Well, can we also just be clear about something? Your state is the epicenter of bad case law. So when we go through Supreme Court cases and we look for states that are a party, Arizona, it started all with Miranda, and we've never forgiven you since. So let's just get that straight. And also, the last case is Arizona versus Gant. So please tell your boys and your girls over there, lock it up, start making good case law in Arizona, because you're pissing people like me in Nevada off because we're trying to do a good job out here.
Right.
All right.
We just want to catch criminals. We just want to put criminals in jail.
Oh, you don't mess around. I mean, I thought Iowa was the worst with Sean and his buddies over there, but obviously you guys took the lead. All right.